Hello friends, welcome to Electronic Circuit Hub. So today we are going to understand about the design and simulation of RLC series resonance circuit, right? So I will run the AC analysis or Bode plot analysis of RLC series resonance circuit, and I will show you the corner frequency, the bandwidth of RLC series resonance circuit, the low cutoff frequency, the high cutoff frequency, the quality factor, right? So this is going to be very interesting topic today. So let us start now. So I will cut this waveform and I will once I will run the simulation, you can get this waveform again. So I will cut this close. Now let's directly understand what is the RLC series resonance circuit. Okay, before run the simulation, before go into simulation, let us understand some basics of RLC series resonance circuit. So you can see this is the circuit diagram of RLC series resonance circuit. The value for R1 is 30 ohm, the value for L1 is 20 millihenry, the value for C1 is 1 microfarad, right? And here you have some small signal, AC small signal, right? So if you remember the formulas for RLC series resonance circuit, so the resonance frequency of RLC series resonance circuit is given by 1 by 2 pi square root of LC. If you put the value of L and C in this formula, like the value of L is 20 millihenry, the value of C is 1 microfarad, you will get your resonance frequency, that is 1.125 kilohertz. So this is very important formula, you have to remember. This is basically, sometimes it is also asked in the university's examination, right? So then my second point is the inductive reactance XL for this circuit is given by 2 pi 2 pi FL. That means if you replace, if you put the value of F equals to 1.125 kilohertz and the value of L equals to 20 millihenry, you will get the inductive reactance, or the reactance of inductor L1 is 141.3 ohm. Now my third parameter is circuit current at resonance. Okay, so if you want to calculate the current flowing through this resistance IR at resonance, so this is given by V divided by R. Let us say in this case your V is 9 volt. So 9 volt divided by 30, you will get 300 milliampere. So these all things I will show you in the simulation waveform. Don't worry about that. Just go through some basics, right? Okay. So my third parameter is voltage across inductor and voltage across capacitor. Okay, so basically voltage across inductor and the voltage across capacitor would be same in the magnitude but opposite in the polarity. I will show you, don't worry, I will show you in the simulation, right? How what is the voltage across inductor and what is the voltage across capacitor, and how they are cancelling each other at the resonance. So for the moment, if you want to calculate the voltage across inductor, which is given by I into XL. So you have the value of I, that is 300 milliampere. Now you have the value of XL, that is 141.3 ohm. You can multiply 300 milliampere into 141.3 ohm. You will get 43.29. So I will show you this value in the simulation. Don't worry about that. Let us calculate the quality factor. So quality factor Q is given by XL divided by R. You have the value of XL is 141.3 and you have the value of R is 30 ohm. So you can get the quality factor is 4.71. So here I have one question for you, what if the quality factor is higher and what is if the quality factor is lower. You may answer this in the comment section, right? My sixth parameter is bandwidth. So the bandwidth for RLC series resonance circuit is given by the resonance frequency divide by the quality factor, and if you calculate this, the resonance frequency is 1.125 kilohertz divided by quality factor is 4.71, so we'll get the bandwidth at 238.85 kilohertz. So don't worry, I will show this also in the simulation waveform. Okay, so here we are calculating theoretically and then we will verify in the experiment like in the simulation whether these value are matching with the simulation results or not. So don't worry about that. So here my 7 point is minus 3 dB frequency. If you remember the last lecture, what is the 3 dB? So basically 3 dB is the point where the magnitude of your output falls to 70.7 percentage, right? So at minus 3 dB, your lower cutoff frequency, that is FL, is given by resonant frequency FR minus 0.5 into bandwidth. So if you have resonant frequency 1.125 kilohertz in minus 0.05 into bandwidth, you will get 1 kilohertz around. And higher cutoff frequency is resonant frequency plus 0.5 into bandwidth, you will get 1.244. So these all 7 parameter I will show in the simulation waveform in the experiment, so don't worry about that now. Okay, so hope you understand the RLC series resonance circuit. How will you calculate different parameter in very short manner, right? This parameter starting from 1 to 7, it's very important parameter and they are sometimes asked in the university examination. So now let us verify this theoretical value with your simulation result. So this is going to be theoretical and experiment analysis both for this RLC series resonance circuit simulation, right? So to run the AC analysis or body plot analysis, you have to go here simulate, then edit simulation command, right click it here. This is AC analysis, and since you are running the body plot analysis, type of sweep would be decade, number point would be 1000 and it could be also 1000, starting frequency is 1 hertz 200 megahertz, and I will click it OK. So this is your AC analysis command. So now go at this run button or right click on your schematic, you will see here run button. So click it on that, no worries. And let us first find the resonance frequency. Where is your resonance frequency? So just click on R1 current flowing through your R1. So I have click it here, and maybe now I will need two window, one window for circuit and one window for simulation. I will switch and show you the result. Okay. So in the waveform window, you can see two plot, one plot between dB and hertz or kilohertz in megahertz. So this is the plot between magnitude and the frequency. This is also called magnitude plot, and in this side here you can see we have a plot between degree and frequency. That means you have plot between phase and frequency. This is also called the phase plot, right? So now let us see first parameter, what is your resonant frequency. So I will take cursor 1 and I will show you the resonance frequency. So you can see here your theoretical resonance frequency was, let me show you this here. Your theoretical resonance frequency was 1.125 kilohertz, and here you can see your resonance frequency is coming 1.1275 kilohertz. That means you are getting your result very closer. So this is the point where your resonance frequency is 1.125 kilohertz. If you remember what happens at the resonance, so from this plot you can see at the resonance you are getting maximum output power, which is minus 10 dB, right? Let us try to find some other parameter as well. So now let us try to find minus 3 dB frequency and the bandwidth, right? So let us first try to find minus 3 dB frequency. So I will take cursor 1 and cursor 2. So this is cursor 1. So let us adjust the cursor to minus 3 dB point. That means here you are get your maximum output is minus 10 dB. That means minus 3 dB is minus 10 dB minus 3 dB. So you have to adjust your cursor at minus 13 dB, and you can see here your cursor is it's not exactly at minus 13 dB, but it's closer to minus 13 dB. Now let us adjust cursor to minus 13 dB as well. Okay, okay. Yeah, actually I tried to adjust. It's not exactly, but somehow it's very closer. So at this point, at higher cutoff frequency, you have adjusted your cursor 1 at lower cutoff frequency and cursor 2 at higher cutoff frequency. Now let us match this with your theoretical value. So at minus 3 dB point, your lower cutoff frequency theoretically was 1.006 kilohertz. So here you are getting 1.018 kilohertz, which is very closer. And your higher cutoff frequency is given by FH, and it was theoretically 1.244 kilohertz. Now here you are getting your higher cutoff frequency is 1.2448 kilohertz. That means that means uh, that means your theoretical value is matching here with your simulations result. Now let us try. Now let us try to find the bandwidth. So here you can see your calculated bandwidth was 238.85 Hertz, and here you can see your calculated bandwidth, simulated bandwidth is 230.08 Hertz. So until now you have seen three parameters: your resonance frequency, your minus 3 dB frequency, and your bandwidth here, right. So let us try to find the current at resonance, the voltage across inductor, and the voltage across capacitor now. So if you want to find the current across the circuit current at resonance, you have to run now the transient analysis. So just disable this command by putting some semicolon here, like, right, click it OK, and I have written the transient command here as well. So simply I will enable this dot transient analysis. So I will run now dot transient. Okay, so run the simulation again. So I've run the simulation, and let me show you what you are trying to find now is the current at resonance. Okay, so at the moment you are not getting anything. So if you want to run your transient analysis, one more change you have to do is you have to set some voltage source here. So for this time you have to choose the like sinusoidal voltage. uh, yes, so let us say sine wave is 9 volt and you are checking with at your resonance frequency 1.125 kilohertz. So just mark it here, right? And you may place this somewhere in the circuit like that. Now you will run the transient analysis, and now let me reduce the transient time here. So let me reduce it for 1 millisecond. No, let me further increase it up to 10 millisecond so that you can see the multiple cycle, right? Let me further zoom it. If you want to get more cycle, you may use some 20 millisecond here. Run the simulation again and you can see here. So now we are checking the current at the resonance, right? The current at the resonance. So you can see here, if you place not, you take two cursor and this is cursor 1, and if you place here somewhere, you can see your current is coming to 97.97 milliampere, right? And your theoretical current was, what was you have calculated here? Can you see? Your theoretical current was 300 milliampere, and in the simulation you are getting 297 to 97.97 milliampere. So it is very closer. Now let us check the voltage across inductor and the voltage across capacitor. So to check the voltage across inductor and voltage across capacitor, you have to just put it some label here. So just add label. This is node VA. Okay, this is node VA, like this is node VB, and this is node VC. Okay, so just rename. This is node VB and this is node VC. So now I will run the simulation again and I will show you the voltage across inductor. So this is the voltage across inductor and I will show you the voltage across capacitor, right? So just I will close this, run the simulation again, and I will show the voltage across inductor and I will show the voltage across capacitor. Okay, so I'm not sure why. Okay, that is very good, that is very good. You may change the color for this. So you can see your voltage across at the resonance, your voltage across inductor and your voltage across capacitor is equal in the magnitude but opposite in polarity. So you can see here, the voltage across inductor is coming 42 volt, and let me show you your theoretical value. So your theoretical calculated value was 43.29 and here you are getting 42.02 volt, which is very close to your theoretical value, right? So let me zoom it. This is initial waveform when your voltage across inductor and capacitor builds up, and at that once it builds up, you can see this waveform here. So let me zoom further. So you can see this the voltage at node VA and VB, this is voltage across inductor, and the voltage at node VB is the voltage across capacitor. So you can see clearly here the voltage across inductor and the voltage across in capacitor, the magnitude of voltage across inductor and the voltage across capacitor is same, but in the opposite polarity, right? Opposite polarity. So here you can see it's high and here you can see it's low. That means they are in the phase shift, right? They are in the phase shift. So since they are in the same magnitude but opposite in polarity, they cancel each other. So there is a no at the resonance, there is a no voltage across. At the resonance, if you remember, the inductive reactance is very equal to the capacitive reactance. That means there is a no voltage across inductor and capacitor, right? They're cancelling each other at the resonance. So what happens, your maximum input supply voltage drops across your series resistance. So let me show you now, this time the voltage across your series resistance. So this is the voltage across series resistance shown, right? So here you can see your voltage across your series resistance is how much. Let me show you, don't worry. So it is the voltage across your series resistances. Here you can see here 8.9 volt and your supply voltage is a 9 volt. That means your all voltage uh, your resistance R1 drops all your input voltage, right? So hope you understand the basics of RLC series resonance circuit. The simulations of RLC series resonance circuit are AC analysis of RLC series resonance circuit. If you have any question, feel free to ask me in comment section. Thanks for watching this video.